And today's tour will be Loch Leven Castle at Kinross, and I was going to say Fife, Perthshire. So you have to get a boat across it. So I'll film the wee journey. There's going to be not just a wee man in the boat, there's a lot of big men in boats here today. So I'll just spin you around and let you see the lake, or the loch.
Is everybody booked on the boat, folks, on the next boat?
Yeah.
And there's your skipper.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 1, 2, hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's it, that's perfect, right. You're hiding behind. Has anybody been here before? No? Right, I meant to ask first thing. Does everybody understand English or a wee bit of a Scottish accent? Yeah.
No, I'm Scottish, I do understand you. Aye.
Islands. So we are the largest freshwater loch in the Lowlands, but as I said, very shallow loch, which is why the boats are so small. So I have to go that way, then that way to the castle. Not so you have to listen to me longer. The average depth of the loch's only 2 metres. There are 3 deeper bits that are about 20 metres, so we don't get very near them. Because it's so shallow, because it's fresh water, it's used to freeze every single winter time. And there's been curling on this loch since the 1500s, and the oldest curling club in the world was formed on this loch in 1668. We have one fish in particular, Loch Leven trout. This is the only place in the world where it's found naturally. It has been exported to other places, but naturally this is the only place in the world where it's found a trout, but its meat is pink, and it tastes like salmon, so I've been told. The old story goes that when Mary escaped the castle, they threw the keys of the castle into the loch to help her escape, and the keys turned all the fish in the loch pink. Now obviously it's not true, but it's never let the truth get me a good story.
Yeah. When was the castle built?
14th century, but there would have been a fortification before that as well. So
yeah, 1500s.
I don't really go too much into the history of the castle because there's information going all around. I'll tell you. So that's where we're heading to, folks. That's Castle Island, second largest island on the loch. But as I said, the trees anyway, they didn't come into existence till the 1800s. When they started using the water from the loch, they twice. She gave birth to a king. She was pregnant with twins, all before she arrived here. And when she arrived here, she was only 24 years old. She was only 44 when she was executed down in Fotheringay Castle down Northamptonshire. That's the back view of Kinross House there, folks. It's not open to the public, it's a private house. Mr. Fothergill, who owns it now, owns the house, the loch, the island, the castle, everything. He owns the whole estate. He does rent it out occasionally. It's a very posh Airbnb, as in the whole place, to the likes of Justin Bieber a few years ago. Now, I mentioned Justin Bieber because somebody told me he was famous. Somebody tried to tell me he was even more famous than the Bay City Rollers, but I do not believe that.
Shang-a-lang.
Shang-a-lang.
Yep, so we're now here on the island, and we'll just spin you around so you'll see lots of my ugly mug, and we'll go around walking the castle looking at the boards to give information, so you can pause it when you want to. There is loads of trees round about, but it's all a no-no because it's a nature reserve, so you're not allowed to. So we'll just be really seeing the castle. I'll just show you some of the grounds we're on as well. But, so I'll spin you around, and coming across the driver of the boat, he was really knowledgeable and giving us a lot of information about when Mary Queen of Scots stayed here, history of it, like William Wallace, Robert the Bruce and everything was here. So yeah, really interesting. So
Michelle's feeling a bit white.
And Michelle's feeling a bit, shall we say, loch sick. Can't say seasick because there's a loch, but anyway, I'll spin you around and let you see things now. So there's Loch Leven. I'll let you pause it there and read about it if you want to. And there's the castle. And that's the castle. So we'll be going inside just shortly. As you can see, loads of trees round about. It's all out of bounds. So loads of picnic tables. We should have brought sandwiches with us, and we could have had their sandwiches before we headed back. And there's, I don't know if you can see that, but there is people out in the loch fishing. There's it's a natural sort of trout reservoir. There, the skipper on the boat said that used to be a gift shop at one time. The gift shop's now on the mainland before you get on the boat. So you go in there, get your ticket to come on the boat. You've got to pre-book it. So, because obviously you're getting on the boat and they can only take 12 on the boat at a time. So you have to pre-book before you come. And being historic Scotland members, the boat, national trip to the castle is free. I stayed in Fife pretty much into my early 40s, but never ever been to this island or to the RSPB. It's like anything else, when you stay in place you don't have to do the touristy stuff. So anyway, let's go in and have a look at the castle. Apologies, it's a bit windy today, so it might be a bit noisy. So, but we're not allowed to go in the trees, it's all fenced off as I said, so we'll just stick to the main castle area. Don't know, obviously remnants of something in the castle. Oh, there's a wee sign there. Oh, the walls as well. Obviously it's ruined, so as the guy said, it was probably built in the, he said the 14th century, the 1300s, which would be fit in with Wallace and Robert the Bruce, because that was because William Wallace was captured in, what was it, was it 1303, 1305, something like that. So I think it was maybe built just before the 1300s. If not, it was some sort of fort or something built here before then. But again, this castle is famous because of its history related to Mary Queen of Scots and the royal lineage. Because Mary Queen of Scots was related to the Tudors as well, so she was next in line to the throne for Elizabeth I, and that's why she was executed, because Elizabeth I was terrified that Scotland would get the throne, which did happen in 1603 when King James VI of Scotland and King James I of King James I of England. So it happened eventually. So you see here she was between June 1567 and May 1568. So she came here when she was pregnant, the twins, and from what I've read is she actually lost the twins because the only living child she had was James VI, her son. So let's go into this wee courtyard area. Loads of picnic tables, so if you want to bring something to eat with you, it's perfect. Absolutely perfect. It's a shame it's a ruin, but you think of the history behind this place. Yeah, Mary Queen of Scots, walking around the grounds, exercising, probably having nookie somewhere with the guards to try and escape. Massive courtyard. Let's go down this wee bunker hole, whatever it is, and we can walk along the ramparts as well. So we're going to go into the Glassing Tower. No idea. So obviously the tower doesn't really exist anymore because that's it there. So we'll go and see what's there. And I was just saying to Michelle, wouldn't it be wonderful if you can just be sort of fly on the wall, go back in time to see what was actually happening. We'll see what it was like here in the real days, and well, back in those days, how people lived, how people, related to each other and spoke to each other. It'd be great to be there just to see it, but be sort of invisible, flying on the wall. So, and there's Queen Michelle. Princess Nathan's at his work today, so he's not with us. So let's go in the Glassing Tower. No idea what it is. Oh yeah, steps there. But it's all fenced. It doesn't go any further up to the right, and there's a fence there to stop you getting through. So, and I said it before, I'm a man with a stick. I'm a jalapeno. On a stick. That was Jeff Dunham would say. Yeah, as you can see the Glassing Tower, so it was a big round tower, obviously, upper floors. And just ruins now. You can see that there's even still some brick there, sort of, I would say, ready to break away. But if you think about it, if that was the height of the floor, say there, where that brick is, yeah, there wasn't a lot of height in the room in there for your heads. So, if there be a shortage to live in these ages, who knows?
I would be alright.
Michelle would be alright. She's 5 foot and half an inch and a few spare marbles.
Alright.
I'm 6'1".
The heart is stone.
Yeah, I'd work good as a tax inspector. But I believe Mary Queen of Scots was in the Glassing area as well. So there's a bit down here as well. So oh yeah. The stairs look a bit dodgy to me, so I don't want to try it. They look a bit slimy. I'm not trying it. Not with my stick. I've no idea what's in there, but I'm not going down there, guys. Well, we're going up that tower shortly, because they said the stairs when they come across the boat, the stairs were wooden and they were rotted away, so they actually installed this scaffolding with stairs on it, so you can still go inside. So we'll do that shortly. What do you think of it so far?
I think it's really nice. I could come back quite often actually.
How was your boat journey across?
Don't talk about the boat journey. My stomach doesn't take it.
It's not really the boat journey, it was coming off onto the dock, moving dock.
I feel that I'm coming together now.
The only thing like it's when you've been on one of these, say, river rapids in at Disney
Mm.
and they move on the floor. You get off in this. You
Or
sort
the
of,
fun house.
yeah.
Just couldn't get my feet together, but
Here's a picture of what, obviously, an artist's impression of what the castle looked like. Because obviously there've been no blueprints for this place now. Yeah, and at the time, I mind reading this as well. And plus, the skipper on the boat told us when the castle was first built, the water level was up around right up to the edges of the castle. So basically, the castle was the only thing on the island. Obviously, gardens or something at the back there. But what happened was when there was some sort of a paper mill or something, they said, was built in the 1800s near Kinross area. They actually drained the water level of the loch, so the water level went down by about 1.5 meters, which is what, about 4.5 feet or something. The level went down. So it's currently sits about 6. He says 2 meters. The loch is about 2 meters, so it's probably went down a bit of level as well. So, and that's why we've now got all the trees, and it's now a nature reserve. So the water didn't go down because of a climate crisis or any of that nonsense. It went down through natural draining of the river in the loch. No idea where the bit of water went to, but hey. And when the loch, when the mill's closed, they were asked, do they want to refill the loch again? They went no, they want the land on the loch rather than the water. So absolutely nothing to do with climate control. So yeah, nice place. So not a lot here to do, but the wee journey across and the wee history of it all fantastic. There's a viewpoint up there.
I know, but I think I see the stairs are there and the moss on it will be slippery.
I can't read the sign. I don't know if no visitors beyond here. So you can only go up to that point there anyway. So I'm not going to go up the stairs. But you can go up if you wanted to. Obviously, the level up there was maybe the guards. Yeah, watching for baddies coming. Because remember, this place was built, the castle was the only thing on the loch. So the perfect 360-degree vision of any incoming enemies, especially when the English conquered it and took it on. So when Bruce came in, he'd obviously had to get away, hide from the a bit like a beach assault, or a grass landing assault, I guess, during the times. But it was only 30 people, so they'd probably take them and they'd probably surround the island and come on that way. So I mean, it's a shame everything's such ruined, but the bricks don't exist anymore, so they couldn't restore it. So this was the remnants of the fireplace. Can be seen to the right. Okay. We'll go down the wee door there in a minute. Big steps. Almost fell. If you can hear the squeaking, I don't know if you'll manage to hear that in the microphone, but that's that jetty, port, landing bay, whatever it's called, squeaking. It literally moves. It's horrible. Yeah, big high steps for a man with a stick.
Probably no wee man with a stick. Dark.
It's dark in here, so you probably don't see anything. But, There's a set of stairs takes you somewhere.
No, it's
Crew windows. It's all blocked off, so you can't go anywhere.
If it rains, we're alright.
They're shining new poles. This one.
No, it's alright. I'll let you
So we're on the way up there. That's some steps for the day. I'll see you at the top. So we're now at the top of the stairs. Mind ahead. If you're tall, wee shorties like Michelle will be fine. No, it's like a trap door or something. Don't know what was it. Tower house. So obviously the first floor must be that level there. Where the bricks are. You can see the moss growing on the ground there, obviously in line with the slats on the wood. So the stairs take you down somewhere. Oh, I'm not going down there. The stairs go up the way as well. They are non-slippy lined. In a sec, guys. Sorry about the camera work. Yeah, you can go up. There's stairs there, and I've put bits of metal on the bits that need to be sorted, and it's like a wooden staircase. But they put metal on things. Some brick, some mortar, some and metal on top of them and things. Wear and tear. I'm not going up. So that would take you up just on top of that board there. So I'm not doing that.
That was a dumb waiter.
Was it a dumb waiter? Did it tell you?
Aye, it was in the board.
It's a dumb waiter. So many people know what a dumb waiter was. So you'd ring down to the servant area, and they would stick food on a trolley and pull the rope and bring the food up here, and they would serve it out rather than have to come up and down the stairs. So let's go down again. So you see at the bottom again. So that's us back at the castle again. Not a lot to see in it. It's a history, you know, just associated with this place. So famous. So would you come again?
Definitely. Nice and peaceful. Come myself, nice and peaceful.
I wish you would.
Alright.
I'd lock her up in the dungeons.
Do you want to go over the boat?
No, your skipper. Don't think so. He's got a grey top on. But no, the history of the place is really interesting. Obviously, with Mary Queen of Scots. It's just a shame there's not much to see. They've got boards there on telling you the history, but again, pretty much a lot of it's subjective. Sort of whoever wrote it, their views and opinions, obviously fact checked by some people, but we don't know. We know when she was here, but I don't know where they would get that record from. I don't know if that's in the National Records of Scotland or what, I've no idea.
No.
There must be something somewhere where she travelled, where she was. Same when she went to Tower of London, there must be a record somewhere when she was executed and all that stuff. I'd like to see those documents, not to read them, just to see them. I think it'd be really interesting. Maybe that's another trip one day. It's like a national sort of library, I think, or something like that in Edinburgh. So I might do that sometime and see what's on display. Anyway, I'll leave it there for now, and I'll film the boat back when we get back on it.
Cross from Ray. Oh, it's hard.
They spray you the water sometimes.
What are we doing on it? This is a better boat. Do you remember? Scots have been drunk for the last 500 years. Especially down here. Because you couldn't drink the water. The water was diseased and things like that.
Yeah.
So even small children drunk what they call day ale. It's a very, very weak ale, a very, very weak beer. The process of making beer kills the bacteria. So basically the Scots have been drunk for the last 500 years. Now that is true actually, that's not what I made up.
Yeah.
Any excuse.
Huh?
They tell you that at Stirling Castle we drunk the beer, right?
Day ale, right? Well, it's like in an army, isn't it?
Nothing's today.
Cans of red or cans of green.
When the thing is enough of you.
Aye. Yeah, Stuart Earl of Moray, that was Mary's half brother. He was Mary's enemy. That's why Mary was in prison, because her half brother, he was a Protestant. But James Earl of Moray and Mary were half brother and sister because their dad was King James V. Mary's jailer here, the chap from Sir William Douglas, he was Mary's half brother. They had the same mother. When we got Margaret Erskine. So a lot of folks say, why was Mary brought here? One, because his half brother would be a jailer. Two, because it was probably one of the most secure prisons, royal prisons in Scotland at the time. So, magic. It's supposed to be so secure. This is where Robert Bruce put all the money. He kept it on the Loch Leven. I'll just tell you Mary's half brother, James J. Ellen Murray. Mary had 13 siblings that we know of. Her dad, King James V, had 9 illegitimate children before he was 20. Her mum, Marie de Guise, had 2 kids in France, their previous marriage. And then King James and Marie de Guise had 2 other sons who both died in infancy before Mary was born. So she had 13 siblings that we know of. Versus England. It was the Jacobites or the Stuart Kings versus the Hanover Kings.
Yep.
There was 1,500 Scots fought on the British side, and there was a whole regiment of English fought on the Jacobite side called the Manchester Regiment. So that had nothing to do with Scotland versus England. Right, when I get to this side, folks, I need you to lean in for me, so can I get you? Just so I can get the rope out from behind you, that's all.
I'll go back again. Get the chance, then definitely come along. Well worth it. The skipper was fantastic. I've tried to record some of his voice, what stories he was telling when on the boat there, but absolutely nice. Staff are lovely, nice surroundings, nice island, nice wee trip to historic castle.
We'll do it again.
And we'd probably do it again, maybe not immediately, but definitely do it again. So yeah, and I think we'll leave it there for today, and thanks everybody, hope you enjoyed it. Right, bye.